Okay, so hey everyone, welcome back to the Skillsharp, and today we are going to see range functions and for loop in Python programming language. We have seen there are the two type of loop. First is while loop and second one is for loop. But before entering to the for loop, we need to see one thing or one function in Python. You can say it is a generator, and that is range function. So here you can see range function returns an iterable sequence of numbers between the given start and stop integers. Okay, so you can see the syntax of range function is here as range, start, stop, and steps. Okay, so what is the start? Start is the starting position or the starting integer from where you want the sequence to. Okay, then the stop is the integer till when the sequence has to be created, and then steps. The steps is a fixed distance between the consecutive integers. Okay, so let's see one example for that. So here you can see I have created range from 1 to 10 and with the step of 2. Okay, so if I run it, you can see it will returns a sequence of integer 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Okay, so here how this thing actually works. So let's see. So I will create here range, and if I give it 10 only, and if I run, so you can see it returns us 10, range of 0 to 10. Okay, but here it shows as an object. How we can see it as a integers, right? So for that we need to typecast this thing to list. Okay, so I'm going to use the list function, list, and inside the list I am going to pass the range function with the value 10. Okay, and I will run it. So you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is the sequence of integer we will get. And one thing you have noticed, 10 is not here, right? So the whatever the stop option is there for integer, it's exclusive. Okay, so you can see 10 is exclusive. So for a range function, the three parameters are there, but only stop is compulsory. You need to provide it. So let's see what if I will just create range without any parameters. You can see it will return us an range expects at least one argument and got 0. We will get this kind of error. Okay, so let's try to create another some ranges. Okay, so list range, and let's create now this time from 0 is our start point, 11 is our ending point, and we want gap of 3. Okay, steps of 3, and I will create. So now you can see 0, 3, 6, and 9. So this is created. One more thing, you can access the range as like this. Okay, you can see I will create one variable range of numbers, and I will assign range of 10. Okay, and here let's print range of number at position 5. Okay, now you can see it will return 5. So now from these examples you can see how the range work. One more example, you can create reverse things as well. So here I will create, so let's create a list of range where starting point should be 10. Okay, then ending point should be 0, and step should be -2. Okay, so step should be -2. Okay, let me make it -2. Okay, okay, -2. 10, 0, minus 2. Okay, so let's try to run this. So now you can see 10, 8, 6, 4 and 2. Why? Because it's starting from 10 and it will stop at 0, and at every time it will reduce the number by 2. So first number is 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. But 0 is the last number and that's why it's exclusive. So in this way, range functions work in the Python. Okay. Okay. So this is the range, and you can see range is a sequence or it's a generator. One more important thing, the function does not store all its values in memory. Okay, because it's a generator. It will generate the sequence on go or on fly of the program. So we will see how the generator works in great details in future. But till now, just remember it won't store any it won't store every number or every number from a sequence in a memory. So this is the range. Okay, so the next thing we will see in Python is for loop. So in Python we have two loops, right? But for loop is a quite different. For loop usually iterate over a sequence. So let's have an example. Name equals to Akshay. Okay, so this is my name. And if I want to iterate over each letter of this name, then how should I do that? Okay, so let's see. For char in name, then colon, it will indent automatically, print, and then we'll enter char. Okay, so let's run the program, and after that I will explain you how it works. So you can see A, K, S, H, A, and Y are printed on the screen. So here it will take this sequence. This is the string or character sequence. Then it will iterate over it. So the first letter is A, it will print A. Then second letter is K, it will print K. S for S, and so on. It will print till Y, and at the Y it will end the for loop. So for loop is nothing but a sequence iterator loop. One more example for loop. Let's solve one problem for loop. What if I want to add the numbers from 1 to 10 and I want its sum? Okay, let's solve this problem. So I will create a variable sum and I will assign a value 0. Okay, let's create a for loop for num in range, and range should be from 1 to 11. Okay, and we won't give step because by default step is 1. So 1 to 11. Why 11? Why not 10? Because if we include 10, then the 10 is not there. 10 will not be there in the sequence, right? So that's why we have to use 11. So 11 is excluded. Then sum equals to sum plus num. Okay. Then come out of the loop and print sum. Okay. So now this program will give you the sum of numbers till 10. So I will run it and you can see it's 55. If I do it till 101, then it will return us sum of the integers till 100. So you can see 50 is returned, right? So for loop is nothing but an iterator. So what happened exactly here? So here it range function creates sequence from 1 to 101 excluding 101. Okay, and the for loop iterate over that sequence one by one, one by one, one by one, and whatever the result we will get is here. Okay, then the next thing we can see is for else. Okay, so this is the thing, in Python you can use else with the for. Okay, so let's create for num in range 10. Okay, and let's print num, and come out of the loop, else you are out of 10, right? You are aside of 10, aside of 10. Okay, so let's run this program. So you can see it will iterate over the loop from 1 to 10. So you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 10 is exclusive, right? It will iterate over it and it will print all the numbers. Then after when it reaches 10, it's the last element and it won't print. So it will come out of the this for block and it will come to this else block and it will print you are aside of 10. And you can see it prints you are aside of 10. So this is how the for loop and the range function work in Python programming language. And I hope you have liked this content. And if you think this is helpful, then please do share with other enthusiastic programmers. We will see you in the next video. Till then, happy coding.